Hello, how are you? Thanks for checking in. So we are now at day 11 of our 2-week wait, and if you can probably tell by looking at my face, I am so tired. Didn't sleep great last night. Honestly, whilst we do this for a living to support people, when it's you going through it, it obviously is different. And I've never played down the 2-week wait, but I'd forgotten how consuming it is. So Wes is obviously still away. I fly out to Mexico tomorrow, and I'm there for 2 weeks. He flies back about a week later. No, he doesn't. He flies back on Tuesday. So I've got the weekend with him, and we'll get to see Marcella, which is great. But yeah, in terms of where we're at, let's give you an update. So embryo transfer took place on Monday, we're on day 11. We spoke to her and are talking to her every day. But on Monday, you might remember that Marcella mentioned that she was feeling different. Her breasts were quite tender, and there was some nausea the following day. And she continued to, that has continued. And, you know, Wes and I were like, oh, what do, just carry on. And Marcella continues to take her hormones every day. And every day we check in, seeing how she's doing, and she's good. And then Wes and I said, do you think she may have taken a test? Do you think she knows anything? Or should we say, do you want to take a test? And we said that because what was this? This was on Wednesday. I guess we're preparing for what the news is and how we break that to the kids, because the kids are really excited. And obviously I fly Saturday, and I want to make sure that this conversation has been had by the two of us together, Wes through FaceTime, and we can kind of talk to the kids. So we asked Marcella if she had taken a test, and her first response was, oh, I hope they won't be in trouble. I hope I'm not going to get in trouble with them, meaning the clinic. And we were like, no, this is your body. You test whenever you want to. Did you take a test? And she said, yes. Yes, I've taken a test. And we were like, okay, what did it say? And she said,
hello. So today is our beta test, which is the blood test, which is done to check the HCG levels. I think I've got that right. In our surrogate's body to see if there is a pregnancy. And Michael is asleep in the UK, and I have received the results.
are you ready? And we said, yes. And she sent this. So the urine test tells us we're pregnant, which we were really pleased and excited about. I remember me and Wes FaceTiming each other, and we were just like silent, just like doing like almost like, oh my God, it's real. That's got one of the first hurdles over. And obviously when you're doing IVF, pregnancy tests are taken early. And by the very nature of that, you exposed yourself quite early, because ordinarily you wouldn't be telling people when you're, what will be 3-4 weeks pregnant. By the time, with the embryo age, the age of the matured, the age of where the uterus kind of has got to based on her last period, plus a 5-day embryo. So it kind of stunned us, because I think we were being quite realistic here, because we see all too often when things don't work. And we also understand that loss is real. And so that was good. Haven't told anyone, obviously. And then the following day, Marcella was booked to get her bloods done, to get her beta levels, HCG, which is the hormone level, to confirm a positive urine test. And that number has to be over 150 and kind of doubles every day. So we get to see, is this a chemical pregnancy? Is the pregnancy hormone growing? So those bloods were done yesterday, and those results came in overnight.
The levels need to be over 150 to be a confirmed pregnancy and the right levels for that stage, because it's day 10 post embryo transfer, and the levels are currently at 262, which means we are officially pregnant, and Marcella has a confirmed pregnancy.
So I woke up to a message from Wes and from one of the doctors saying that number should be over 150, and we were at 262. So nice and high, which is a good sign. So we are officially pregnant. And we are going to be telling our kids later today. And we want to capture this moment because it's really special and means such a lot. So I'm nervous and I feel really emotional. Because I know how much this means, not only to our kids, but this is me and Wes completing our family, and this is something I've wanted for about 5 years, and it's very early.
It's a bit trying to take it all in a little bit, I think. Really positive, really excited, but I think there's also that realisation that this is just the very start, and that a lot could happen in between now and a healthy baby. So we are obviously very excited, very optimistic, but also trying to keep our feet on the ground, because we, more than most, know only too well how fragile this process can be. But we're staying hopeful, and we are keeping everything crossed, because our surrogate Marcella is amazing. She's doing all the right things, so she's doing a great job so far. So we just have to keep supporting her and make sure she has everything that she needs.
So it's very early, and there's still a lot that can happen, and we're realistic about this. But we are going to have another baby. We are going to have another baby, and I can't wait to see Talulah and Duke and Katie.
I know that Talulah will squeal when she hears this news. I know that Duke will only be interested to know whether it's a boy and he's going to get a brother. So just thought I'd put my thoughts out there. Keep you updated. I'll speak to Michael tomorrow. Bye.
Being the incredible brothers and sisters that they are, and this is going to be amazing. And Marcella has been phenomenal. we're also going to tell Caroline, who carried Talulah and Duke. We're going to tell her first as well, like before we tell other people, because Caroline is really important to our family and how we built our family. And Caroline's carried Talulah and Duke, and she has a huge vested interest in our embryos, and she deserves to be in the news from the start too. So we're going to be telling her as well. So yeah, we're going to also hopefully get a scan while I'm in Mexico, while I'm with Wes, with Marcella, which should be good. So yes, that's the latest. More to follow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye. So we wanted to know, Wes, whether you have any news for us.
We have some news from the doctors.
And what is the news?
And Marcella, our surrogate, is having a baby.
Yay! Yes! Yes! Is it a boy or a girl?
We don't know yet.
Come and sit down.
Whatever it is, Dukey, you just have to be excited.
Dukey, do you want a boy?
Yes, of course he
Talulah,
does.
what do you want?
A girl. Katie, do you want a girl or a boy?
I'm not really bothered, to be honest. I've got...
Girl or boy?
She's got both already, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, but
So
you've
yes, we're
got
very
you've got
excited, but
you've
it's
got
still
two brothers
early.
and one sister, so maybe. You hope it's a girl.
Equal it out with us.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you. So there we go, kids. We're now officially having a baby.